After 7, actually 8 minutes after 7. My name is Kobby, Spiky, Nkrumah, and we're back in the studio because there's no football. There's no 22 people chasing one ball. How? Yeah, I'm sorry for those who love football. I don't know how many geeks love football. I mean, how many geeks in this room love football? Michael, do you love football?
Huh?
Okay. Winston, do you love football?
I don't hate it.
Yeah, underscore. So, but we're not going to talk about football today. We're talking about a subject that I'm sure if you were listening to Newsnight prior to the show beginning, you heard artificial intelligence and art. Yes, we've talked about artificial intelligence and a lot of other things, but today we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and art because if you're following me on social media, I've been posting a couple of things of interest or things that are related to the topic. One of such being there was an art competition, right? And in this art competition, people were encouraged to submit artworks, sculptures, whatever it is. And this artist, in quotes, Terminator is all the way back in our old age or young age.
I only know Genesis.
Yes, it's called Mid Journey. Okay. See how you guys. Abeku, why? Abeku, you're interrupting us. Are you an AI? So yes, he did an artwork and he didn't cheat, right? He submitted it and said, "This is my artwork called Theater d'Opera Spatial," and he wrote that it was from Midjourney via Midjourney and submitted it, and he won the competition. And there was a lot of backlash, a lot of artists complaining that, hey, he cheated. He's like, no, I didn't cheat. I said I used Midjourney, right? So that means I didn't cheat. Now we're going to go into the depths of this conversation, talk about DALL-E that Michael mentioned, Midjourney and other open mind, and discuss, is it ethical? So we're going to have an artist who is also an IT person, so he dabbles in both and he can help us understand from both angles. And then we're going to have an AI engineer as well. Michael, what?
Nothing. Carry on.
Okay. So when we come back, we're going to be joined by Emmanuel Boateng, aka Mind of L. He's an artist and IT guy, and Michael and Winston, who failed to help me with Midjourney name. We're going to take a quick break. Get our bills paid. When we come back, AI.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Geek Squad. All right. And we're back. So if you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, if you're not, it's Joy997 on Facebook or YouTube. If you're not going to be able to listen to us because you're probably just driving home and you're going to get out of your car and you don't have a radio in your home available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast after the show. And if you want to listen to us live, just download the MyJoy Online app or the other online app and then go to live radio, listen to us. Also, if you want to engage in a conversation, 055 quadruple 1997, 055 11 11 997, 055 11 11 997. Or there's a Telegram group full of geeks. Telegram, t.me/joygeeksquad. facebook.me/joygeeksquad. And finally, you can tweet at us using the hashtag #JoyGeekSquad. And the geek is GEEK, not GIG, not GE anything. It's GEEK, and the squad SQUAD. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about AI, artificial intelligence. So here's a snippet of an article on BBC about the gentleman who won the competition. He's called Jason M. Allen, and he told the New York Times, "Art is dead, dude." That's what he said in his own words.
Totally.
Yeah. So Mr. Allen is the winner of the Colorado State Art Fair's competition in the category of Emerging Digital Artists. His winning entry, Teatro d'Opera Spatial. I hope I didn't butcher the Spanish or French, whichever one it was made using Midjourney, an artificial intelligence system that enables images to be created simply by inputting a few text prompts. For example, an astronaut riding a horse, or a gunman flying a jet fighter. Yeah, the gunman sitting in. Yeah, I need to make it more descriptive.
I was going to say a gunman being run over by a Lamborghini Aventador, which nearly happened.
Oh.
But hey.
Actually. So yeah, but we have to describe it more, because if you say a gunman, it's very broad. You need to specify.
Which is where the AI comes in, bro.
Okay. Let me continue. So many artists were furious, but Mr. Allen was unmoved. It's over. AI won, humans lost, he told the paper. Mr. Allen earned, just $300 from the contest, which is like 3,000 Ghana cedis, using just typing words.
Please check your jest. It's not just.
Oh, it's just.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
It's just. At the rates things are going, where you have to swap an Uber for an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Yeah, it's just, So, some artists are already fearful that a new breed of AI image generator could take their jobs and take a free ride on the years spent learning their craft. This thing wants our jobs.
More like this.
It's actively anti-artist, wrote a California-based movie and game concept artist, RJ Palmer, in a tweet liked more than 25,000 times. In Twitter post, he highlighted how well the output of AI systems could imitate living artists. In one case, he examined the AI even attempted to reproduce the artist's signature. And I saw that one. It was very interesting. So, let's get to talking. For those who don't know what artificial intelligence is, Winston is a resident data scientist.
Yeah.
What is an artificial intelligence system? What is an AI?
So the truth is, we no catch AI stage yet. We are still in machine learning stages, and the idea of artificial intelligence is basically using computing capabilities to automate several processes. So basically, what happens is that you create a neural engine, you input the data into said engine, and all artificial or machine learning infrastructure were created using the brain as a template. So they used how the human mind processes information, and then they replicated it with a computer. So for instance, there's something called heuristics, where the human brain will look at certain things, and to fast track its identification of these things, it uses just key factors to identify the thing. So for instance, if it sees an elephant, it sees big trunk gray elephant. So it doesn't spend time doing. So that's how they kind of built these systems. So the idea is that the reason why we haven't reached artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence, the idea is for it to be autonomous in executing a myriad of tasks, all tasks. What we have now is still machine learning, where you, after you've created this neural engine and everything, you feed it data about one subject matter. You continue to feed it, and basically you are training it by giving it input upon input upon input. And then after some time, it will be able to give you an output centered around the exact same thing you trained it to do.
Right.
Yes, so that's the basic idea.
Cool.
So you are teaching a computer how to do things, and then it learns how to do those things and then reproduces it for you.
That's interesting. So, I have downloaded Midjourney, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try Midjourney whilst we are having this conversation. See if I can get a Accidents by Lamborghini created. Now, Emmanuel, you're a guest. You're an artist, an IT guy. So, what's the difference between art made by an artist and art generated by an artificially intelligent system?
Well, they have a lot of similar features, but I think the major difference is the person creating the art.
Right.
It's the how do I put it? The journey, right? The character
like
behind, the character behind the art.
Okay.
You get it? So let's take an example, right? There are two artworks here, and they tell you this one is from AI.
Right.
They, typed in the prompts and it gave you an artwork. Now the second work is from a blind man who has never spoken before, right? He doesn't smile. He has never smiled before, and he made an artwork. Which one do you think people will move towards? They will move towards the blind man
Who hasn't?
who hasn't spoken before, who never laughs. Although the machine is creating a very beautiful artwork, they move towards the story behind the artwork.
So what if we created a story?
What
This
kind
is a computer that was built by a kid in Akwitia who has never spoken a line of code or written a line of code before. He's created an AI that can create art.
people will move towards it.
So there's a story.
It's always the story.
Right.
So right now we have an AI system, right, creating all these beautiful art pieces, and that is what they are: beautiful artworks, right? You put them behind, like side by side with an artist's work, and you say, "Oh, I beg, the AI has done better." Have you seen the work of Basquiat before? It's just some strokes with some messy lines, but people buy it. Right? Why? Why are people getting those artworks? Because of the man behind the art.
Right.
And it's as simple as that. The artist make the art more important or more valuable.
You know, well, we're going to get somewhere in this conversation where I'm going to bring up some of the art that has probably sold for millions that a lot of people will not even consider as art. And I'm talking about
The Pollocks.
what?
Jackson Pollock.
I'm talking about all those NFT monkeys that are sold for millions, you know. But we're gonna get there. So we know that art involves a lot of thinking and creativity, and I consider art to be a gift because I've always said I can't even draw Kofi Salanga to save my life. If you paid me $1 million and said, draw Kofi Salanga for me, I would start with the head and the rest would be history because I don't have that gift, right? And the same could be said, even the heart. You know how people can draw the heart so easily. I look at people draw the heart, and only me, I start the thing and it's just Indomie that has found its way on the sheet. I can't tell where I began, I can't tell where I ended. So I consider art as a gift, something that, but now I can be an artist.
You too can.
I too can be an artist.
But you are an artist.
I mean, in a specific.
So he means like drawing.
Yeah, but okay.
Is-
I'm
I know.
leaping to
Yeah.
the
Yes.
defense of this thing.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is, if I was asked to draw anything, I would fail abysmally.
On paper. But if then I gave you your phone with a
Right.
stylus and said
It
draw,
would still be rubbish.
but you would be able to hit undo as many times until you got it right, as opposed to using an eraser to the point
and-
where you erase the paper itself away
And it gets
and there's
torn.
no going back.
Exactly.
So, Winston, you want to say something?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I didn't want to skip this far in the conversation, but all I'm hearing is that feelings is what is selling art. That's all I'm hearing.
Well, that's true.
What
With
do you
the-
think is selling art?
Here's the thing: the arguments here, or what we are talking about here, is AI art going to take over regular art? I'm going to have to say yes, because capitalism. Sorry, that's just
Yeah,
it.
no wonder you said you are going to jump way ahead
Yeah,
into
so
the
you let me relax.
relax, chill. Here's the thing: feelings, right? The story behind it. What if people begin to lie? You know, James Allen was honest enough to tell people that, hey, Jason Allen, sorry, that my artwork was AI generated.
I think he did it to prove a point.
What if the person is a liar and does it and presents it? We've seen stuff like that. Somebody taking someone else's work and taking credit for it. Okay, what if somebody does that, generates something with AI? And considering how very random this thing is, in the sense that it has to be a... I don't think I can do the same thing twice. Considering the keywords I have to feed it. So you need to know exactly what you fed it, what the person fed it to get that creation, if I should put it that way.
Let me use the example of deep fakes,
Right.
which have been around for a while. And as a reminder to our listeners, deep fakes are technology that allow you to essentially take someone's likeness, face, voice, even in some cases their whole body, and put it over a video, especially a video, not just pictures anymore, of another person.
So you can make anyone do or say whatever you want.
Exactly. Now, deepfakes have gotten very, very advanced, but then so is the technology to capture deepfakes. Use an AI to stop an AI. So, in the same way where they use AI to detect deepfakes, it is very easy. It is very likely very also going to be a very similar case where, okay, now any new art pieces that come round, if you claim it's not
Original.
done by AI as original, fine, we'll run it through a check like we would for plagiarism or deepfakes,
Right.
and then the telltale signs will come, because that's the thing with AI. Until we break past the computational limits, or first off, we need to achieve true AI, and it needs to run on processors at least equal to what the human mind can do. If we don't get to that level, and that is the minimum to eliminate the fine details that these AIs cannot seem to produce. Because that's the way with these things, it's always good and interesting on the surface level, like, oh, it's got the prompt, but then you start to zoom in and look at the details and like, yeah, this thing doesn't look quite as crisp up close, where an artist would take the time to put in a detail that you would only see if you zoomed in. This will just put essentially properly colored or shaped noise, but it will just be noise. It will not actually be an image, because like Winston said, it only works as good as the things you can feed into it. And if you feed it nonsense, you get nonsense. Even if you feed it things that you think I would feed, if you say, okay, feed this AI images, then I'm sure Spiky can have an idea of the sorts of images I would feed it in. Like, oh, this is what I consider art. And even then, it comes down to, have I gotten a very high resolution enough copy? Have I broken down the image to say this and this is this image of a car, right? Am I simply going to say this is a car, or am I going to go down to the fine components, like this is not just a tire, but this is this pattern of tire tread, and this is this model you can only find on this year of this manufacturing batch number, for the AI to say, okay, anytime I use this as a reference, these are the details I can get, as opposed to just a whole car. They can't do that yet.
I think there's something we need to we talk about first. It seems that the conversation should be around high-end art, where high-end art is like paintings and stuff
I don't
like
think
that.
it needs to be even high-end art, because I'll tell you what, the reason why this AI-generated art could be affecting, and I say could because we haven't established that fact yet.
We haven't?
We haven't established it yet. You have. We haven't. Is, for instance, and I'm going to say this because of what the example Michael gave. When Photoshop started, it wasn't exactly perfect.
Yes.
But today,
Content aware.
it's created digital artists.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm sure in the beginning, traditional artists were like bah humbug when they saw, digital art, but it's earned its place. Okay, now I'm looking at this from this perspective. This reduces time spent on creation. Okay, so relax. I'm not speaking for you.
Shock.
I'm not speaking for you.
I'm
The
excited by
argument,
this. Like, yeah,
I'm concerned that would creators, assuming that not, let's say an artist, let's say a game development studio wants a scene for a certain world they've built. What's the fastest way to get that scene?
An AI.
Would you wait for an artist who's probably suffering from creative block to get over it, to create that scene, or would you just go type it into the AI and then get boom, a scene? Then
boom. Away you go.
you know,
Is that the scene you want?
So
It's
this is why I think.
Is that the scene you want?
This is why I think is most likely
to
going to
put you
happen.
on the path.
Yes, exactly. I think what's going to happen because your ability as an artist is nerfed by your experiences, because art is a reproduction of things in your imagination. Now, where the AI has the upper hand is that they can just take Google's picture folder and just dump it into it, so it will be able to process all that information. Are humans capable of processing that information? Yeah, biology tells us that we are, but most of us don't get the chance to experience all these things. So, like with the game studio, it will be in everybody's best interest, because this AI can run so many permutations and design everything in seconds. So, what you are saying is true. Is this the art you want? Maybe not. But it will put you 60%, 70, 80% of the way ahead. Because if it gives you an image and we are all like, it'd be cool, let's do this, we'll start from there.
Right there. If you don't feel anything from the clear,
You just click again. Do it again.
do it till I feel something. And
Yes.
the moment I feel, then that's it.
I can work with this.
This is the direction I want to go in.
Yeah.
It is not there, but I know this is the way I want to be pointing
But you
it.
still need the artist.
Yes.
You need the artist
so
in the end.
you see,
So it's not taking the job of the artist. You see, you were saying something about
Not yet.
you were saying something about how digital art came in, and then traditional media arts were like, this is crazy. They were calling digital artists fake artists.
yes,
right?
indeed.
Now it's here. So AI art is here. Who is it benefiting?
Exactly. I should be asking you that. You're the artist.
Actually, I have to start.
Right.
I have to-
Photoshop is free. It's not free.
It's not free. A man has stripped himself. Your man has stripped himself.
Please pay for your
Yeah,
software.
It's not free.
The demo
So
version-
is
demo
the
version
AI
is free.
softwares that are coming out.
They're not free,
You
yes.
still have to buy them, right? Now, Photoshop is accessible to anyone who has the money to buy it.
Right.
How many people are using it? The artists, right? Someone with adequate knowledge about Photoshop, and it has broadened the range of artists we have now. At first, we just had oil painters,
Yeah.
pencil artists. Now we have digital artists, which
wow.
I'm very proud to be one, right? Now let's take an example. You want an AI to create a children's book for you, which I do. Now, not as a layman, but someone who is like quite enriched in IT, what type of prompts are you going to give the AI to create 20 images that relate to each other to create a children's book?
I think this should be a most wonderful experiment that we should.
Yeah.
Considering that it's 4 years ago, AI could animate still images from just one still image, and then it could turn that into an animation. I'm sure a children's book.
And
And that was 4 years ago.
So
Why now?
this article I shared on my LinkedIn and stuff, and it was a photographer who also challenged an AI system to recreate photos that he'd taken. So he selected a couple of photos. So based on the photo, he'd take a description of that photo and put it into the AI, and the AI would generate what it understood by what he typed. Now, if you're looking at it, and I'm going to share it to the producers so they put it on the live stream for those who are watching, it was almost
the
identical
accuracy,
to the accuracy. almost identical to everything that he typed in. And these are photos. They're not artworks or paintings. So I believe that, yeah, it's the argument about is it going to take the artist's work jobs or not, I can't tell. But I believe that it's going to get better.
This is what I will say. That's why I was saying that I think we need to create a certain distinction, because just like the iPhone is a point and shoot and is dope, but Canon has the R5C that's doing things, and someone will put it on Instagram and someone will be like, oh, I like the iPhone better. There's some simplicity that's why I said capitalism is going to win. And when capitalism wins, whatever is favoring capitalism is going to win. If I'm having a product meeting and I say I want to design a box of juice, and I just, hey, mind genius, and then you, your friend mid journey, and box of orange juggling grapes, blah blah blah. Hate it. I don't like this one. 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 Because another thing is, we are also artists in a certain way, and we've had experiences where we've created a product, taken it to the client, and the client is like, no, I don't like this. Start again. And it is not a particularly exciting thing to do. So just be the comfort of just clicking. You're talking about resolution. People don't pixel peep like that.
No, I'm not saying people pixel peep. I pixel peep, and I know that I'm weird like that.
Because
so
when you mention it, I do R.I.P. Kenta Miura is the first person that came to my mind. Now, Kenta Miura was a mangaka. He's dead right now, and one of the reasons his managers had a problem with him in terms of output of his manga was that he used to spend so much time and details for his artwork. When he became a digital art, he used to zoom in, and his manager would be like, nobody is going to look at this tiny detail that you've done. But he was about that. He was about the small details. But capitalism lets us know that people just like, if it looks nice from afar, like if I just look at it at just a regular glance and he'd be cool, we they move. So that's what I'm saying, that when it comes to high-end art, that's when the story they come. And because maybe I was drinking coffee and there was an earthquake and the pencil was on the paper and the squiggly lines came, blah blah blah, and then now $30 million. Yeah, cool. Not cool, but yeah, okay, we get you. But if it comes to a certain lower tier, like product design, art pieces and stuff like that, it is very possible that AI could take a lot of jobs.
You reminded me, there was a beautiful example recently of AI doing something that a lot of us have seen. How many of us have seen Top Gun? Sorry,
Maverick.
let me rephrase the question.
Who hasn't?
No, how many times have you watched Top Gun Maverick?
I've watched it
just once.
I've watched it 4 times.
Yeah, 4
4
times.
nights in a row.
4 nights in a well done. Spiky, where are you?
Like that.
Hey, let's continue.
Don't say one.
I'm not, of course not once.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. Anyway, so in there, Val Kilmer's character he's suffering from cancer, so he can't speak, and takes the pains to squeeze some words through to Maverick. Now, the real life actor Val Kilmer does have throat cancer, so he actually can't speak. So one wonder, how did he say those lines? He didn't, and AI actually read those lines out for him
in his voice.
in his voice, synthesized from all his previous performances and old interviews and all, and then gave a pitch perfect performance.
And then makes you wonder, what did they write to the AI for it to say that the way it said it? Because the AI really did carry across that, oh, this man is ill and he's not able to speak. So is it that they wrote that, okay, this is Val Kilmer, but low-key, he gets sore throats? Or like, what was the prompt? So I think that will be another art form that could be a job.
An AI descriptor.
Yeah.
One who can come up with keywords for AIs. But here's the thing. We've seen instances of stuff like that in film. And so, which is why I think that it's going to work hand in hand. Like the way digital art did not come and throw away traditional art.
Piece.
Right? Traditional art still exists, still carries value. But if I wanted to do a cartoon today, I'm not going to do a traditional art cartoon. right? Because it will take more time. I'll do a digital art cartoon because it'll be faster.
Yeah, exactly.
We Bad God, you seen that stop motion?
No, I haven't. But I actually
It's
spent.
taken. Well, it took him over 10 years to make, or 20. I think yeah, about 20 years to make. He's been attention to detail.
Yeah.
And like Winston said, nobody's pixel peeping. I couldn't even bother. Like it's still stop motion, still quick.
Quiet, boo, 5 minutes. Yeah,
You know. So the thing is, it is going to make a statement. It's going to make a dent in the history of art. But as to replacing artists, I think artists are going to find it useful. Do you get me? Like, as I gave in the instance, creator's block.
You know what? It won't. Here's a thought that just occurred to me. I don't see replacing artists. I see it elevating truly great artists higher than they were before.
Absolutely.
Someone
That
like
is fair.
I think we all agree on this one.
That is fair. Which is
Exactly.
why I was saying
You
that
see,
there will be a distinction.
When people do traditional arts, like
Yeah.
if I can draw, right, and I can take a paper and a pencil and I can give you good sketches, and I move to digital art, it's easy.
It's even easier.
Because I have the skill. Anyone can be a digital artist, provided you have a stylus.
Provided you're not me.
When I started digital art, I was using a mouse. I was clicking. 2014.
Wow.
But now,
you have a stylus.
yeah,
so
I
you're
have
able
an
to-
iPad.
You know, I'm
and
thinking
I
about
can
it
draw.
because there are certain
The only
rules.
thing I used mouse to do in digital art was paint to draw the house and the
Paint,
sun.
I never really got
and
ahead
that
with
box
it.
car.
paint buckets. That
Click.
Paint bucket everywhere.
Click to paint. You see, but now it has improved. I think exactly. This thing, artificial intelligence is going to elevate artists to another level.
Right.
Just as we moved from traditional to digital, to now we are moving to AI. It's a perfect tool for us
So
to
it's-
elevate our skill.
AI assisted art. No, so you see, the thing is, then artists don't have to fight it. They should look at now how.
It's an additional tool.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because I think that I understand that. Yeah, the purists, as with everything, there are those who think that no, you can't. I don't play an instrument. I can't play any instrument, but I compose soundtracks.
Yeah, also music maker. Let's say it as like it is.
See,
Yeah.
So
now imagine if you had an AI backing. Actually, you can't get an AI
Well, yeah.
backing you.
I heard AI music on Google's one of Google's announcements. I think 3 years ago, and the music was very trash.
But everything has to start somewhere.
Yeah, it sounded like me when I was making my first beat. So yeah, I'm not impressed.
But the truth is that AI is going to take over everything. Our medical.
That's what people
this
don't
thing,
hear. They're
our-
afraid. You see, and
It's
that's
going
true.
to take over. We should embrace it.
Yeah, because there's been a successful AI assisted surgery
Exactly.
on a pig's brain, because there are certain procedures that clearly are too complex for a human to conduct in the shortest possible time. And in a case where human life is at stake, where you know that time is of the essence, wouldn't you rather have an artificial intelligence system do that procedure in 5 seconds?
It's not even only about that because that artificial intelligence has been trained all its life of 1 week
To do that,
to do only that
Yeah.
specific thing.
and it couldn't
So it's a
affected
master-
by
Yeah.
heartbreak.
Say
Well-
what's the saying? Fear not the man who's practiced 1,000 kicks, but the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times.
Yes, exactly. So another thing about this entire AI conversation for me is that when it comes, the reason why people are afraid, or the reason why this conversation exists in truth, is because people are subtly aware of capitalism. I'll keep bringing this up because if a company, we all know this, companies will fire people when they get better ways of executing tasks. So if the company realize that this entire team that come and chop breakfast and everything, and they we are
have to pay
brainstorming,
health.
you have to pay insurance, and then computer, all I have to do is upgrade graphics card. You are out, and that is what people are afraid of, and it is rightly so. But as we always said, you need to look at the loophole in the system learn that loophole, and then you realize that, oh, this thing won't take away your job. It will actually either it will create a whole new job for you, or it will help you. Because me right now, I'm thinking about this AI thing. I'm like, okay, if I was an artist right now that there's no crazy boom, I'll just go into Mid-Journey and I'll say
Mid-Journey.
I just got.
I'll just be like Mid-Journey. I'll
create
just
this
type
one.
what I want to paint. It will give me the image, and I'll
And
just
yeah.
paint it, and I sell it. I don't need to tell him.
I think it's also the fact that we've been trained as kids, I mean, from when we were young, to believe that easy work.
It's not good
It's
work.
not good work.
Yes.
So that's why a lot of people feel like, oh, if you did it easily, you didn't put in work,
Effort.
it's not worth anything.
And yeah, the story is not great. I mean, let's be honest. I see those people on Instagram who have one pencil in left, right,
Yeah.
Being
left
crazy.
foot, and they draw 4 different. I don't know if
They
that's
scare me. They scare me. They scare me.
They scare
I
me.
see them, I'm like,
Because when I
whoa.
think about how the brain
scare
works,
me.
I'm wondering how did they do this? That's cool. But if at the end of the day you finish that image and I didn't see that video and you put this on Etsy or something, I'll look at that image without the story and I'll go and click the print of something and buy it.
So we're gonna go for a quick commercial, but when we come back, I want to hear from you. Send us WhatsApp messages, and then you can call us as well. So 055-111-997. Send WhatsApp messages. When I come back, I will mention the phone number so you can call.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
It's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
And we're back. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN everywhere you go. Are you experiencing any of the following challenges with your computer? Your computer is running very slow. Difficulty in getting updates leading to problems in typing and editing your documents. Some important files getting missing. Is your computer being attacked by viruses that can cause problems to your computer system? Your computer Windows system, is it crashing? The major problem might be the use of unlicensed, pirated, or cracked software. All you need now is JN Network Solutions. JN Network Solutions is a certified Microsoft partner in Ghana who sells genuine Microsoft product licenses such as Windows 10, Windows 11, Office 2016 Professional, Office 2019 Professional, Office 365, and all kinds of Windows Server licenses to corporate and individuals. Also specialized they are in networking, CCTV camera installation, biometric time attendance system, and they sell IT accessories and they provide support. They are located in Nkrumah Circle Station opposite the Radiant Filling Station. You can contact them on 027-899-8465 or 024-115-2223. I can send them an email, sales@jn-networksolution.com. JN Network Solution, your trusted brand in IT solutions. Thank you, and we're back. So we're joined by Abigail. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, so we were talking about AI, and you're an AI engineer, if I should put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think somehow all the guys in the room have subtly accepted that AI is not coming for their jobs. Unless you want to say otherwise. Is it?
It's coming and it's replacing.
Hey! Okay, so Emmanuel here. I hope you're not getting a coronary.
Charlie, I'm cool.
He's an artist.
I'm cool.
Abigail, do you think AI is coming for artists' jobs based on what we've read and what we found out?
Basically, yes.
it's coming for their jobs. It's going to replace them.
Yes.
So what would you advise?
Not entirely.
Not entirely.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us what is going on.
Because I think right now with AI,
Mm-hmm.
still there are few errors there, and human beings have to program and do all those kind of things. So it's not entirely taking their jobs, but whatever you are doing, you have to scale up. So that you be up to tax. Well, if you are on the maybe the basic level, you have to scale up so that you don't lose your job. Yeah.
So when you say scale up, what kind of?
Like add-on skills, like do other things that
Right.
yes.
So if you're listening to us, you can call us 0302-216-541, 055-1111-997, 0302-216-541, or 055-1111-997. If you can't call, you can send us WhatsApp on the 055-1111-997. I have some messages I am going to read, but in the meantime, let me read. Raymond Pesce says, it's already happening. You presenters, oh, Charlie, why are you attacking me? Models and digital artists are at risk of replacement. I have seen a studio production without a crew running in newsrooms in the US, and the presenter is the producer, no control room crew. It's fully AI run. Then China took it further and used an AI presenter to telecast the news. There are AI generated art on NFT markets. It's just a matter of time. Raymond, please. At this point, I'm not a presenter, I'm an engineer. If you should come for my job, I will be the one to program it. And we've got some WhatsApp messages. Stephen Dabra says from the University of Ghana says, I also believe that AI is totally not coming to take over our space, but rather coming to improve our day-to-day life. And yes. So Nana Kwesi says, I know most AIs in movies are not real, but some exist like those in the movies. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about something like Eagle Eye. No, they haven't gotten to the point where they're going to send robots to come and kill us. So if you're talking about Terminator, no.
This is what I would say.
What would you say?
China's avid interest in quantum computing does create an avenue where this might be more likely than we think. Like full-fledged AI might be more possible than we actually think. Because quantum computing is considered to be a potential break in all the security of the blockchain. Like the blockchain security things that I was talking about, quantum computing could probably just knock it out. But that's a conversation.
Look, all it takes is for one person to slack and give it self-awareness, and we are cool.
Abigail, should we be worried about self-awareness?
Oh, what?
Hey, the silence
She's
is very, very
saying no. I love it.
So also, just like social media, AI is a tech presenter to the world. How you manipulate it to your advantage will determine whether it will be of benefit or not. That's from Nana Kwesi.
I mean, we saw how social media ended. It hasn't ended. It's going.
How it's going. And yeah, we've seen artificial intelligence systems that are being trained by social media, and it doesn't really go well. They become either sexist, racist, or just plain
depressed,
evil. Oh yeah, there's the depressed one too. Hello Spiky, I guess my boy Ocean Asida Art. Oh yes, he should be switching to digital art now. Emmanuel, shouldn't he? He's a pencil artist.
She should just stick with his pencil art and stuff. It depends. If you want to be a pencil artist, be a pencil artist.
Why don't you add that as well?
If you want to add it, it's a plus.
Yeah, like she said.
Yeah.
Skill up.
Get more skills. It helps.
There's an artist, Ibrahim Mahama, who covers buildings with sacks, right? Just sacks. And he's making it out there big. He's one of the biggest artists in Ghana right now and in the world, right? Should he change to AI because AI is taking over?
Maybe you can add.
No,
Will
at
AI
some point-
cover the buildings with
3D printing?
Call on the line. So let me take this call. Hello, Ajimai.
Nkrumah, you've taken my 3 minutes. Why?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said you've taken my 3 minutes for free.
Oh, sorry, so sorry. So Ajimai, what do you have for
Good
us?
evening. I hope you're doing well.
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Yeah, what is the difference between, or let me put it this way, who is the more creative? The one who will look at you, Mr. Nkrumah, will draw you 100% for you to go and put it in your hall. And another person to use artificial intelligence, Photoshop, the computer, to design you for somebody to see that this is Nkrumah over there. Both of them. Who is more creative? That is one. Secondly, my Nokia 504 is running slow. I don't know whether that small crack on the screen, no, it has rotted the, what do you call it, the protector, and now it's with the screen, just small one. I don't know whether that's the problem. So I need the help.
Okay, Ajimai, thank you very much for your submission. On the subject of whether I prefer the AI-generated art or the one that the person drew to my likeness, honestly...
The answer is yes.
The answer is I love all art, okay? I don't mind if you drew me like a caricature. I mean, one of our stickers, our most popular stickers in our group, is a caricature of me.
Yeah.
Right? And I love it equally as I would love one that was made in my own likeness. But I think art is very subjective. Everyone has what appeals to them.
And also the creativity aspect of it is very context based. Like for instance, if it's just drawing you, definitely the guy who is doing a hand drawn is better.
Of course.
No doubt. But like we said, Val Kilmer, whatever they inputted in that AI to let it have the voice of someone who has throat cancer and struggling. Like, I want to see the sentence that was used to tell that AI that do
Didn't
this.
we see something of the sort in Transformers where they needed Megatron's voice, so they recorded a tiger who had kata?
Yes.
And then added it to the voice of Megatron to make it sound that raspy.
Yeah.
Like, who thought of the fact that a tiger with kata roaring?
That's a new job.
So yeah.
A question for the guy who sent in a message. Has he ever seen both of them work before?
Both the artists
Work before.
and the AI.
No, and the digital artist.
Okay.
He was talking about someone who draws with Photoshop
Right,
and someone
right.
who does like pencil art.
You should
Has
see
he
both of
seen
them
both work before? You will see that. I think people come to my room often, right? And they see me working and they're like, oh, this is so easy. Then I give them a blank
Canvas.
start your own.
Just start your
Right? There you see it's on the same scale. Right? It takes me hours to finish an artwork when I'm using Procreate to draw.
Right.
And it takes the pencil, someone doing pencil art, hours to draw. So there's a difference, but
Yeah. The effort is
you
almost-
have to put in effort with
Right.
both. Yeah.
Right. So, Mr. Nkrumah, Kobby, Spiky, next month is my birthday. Next month on my birthday, going to December, I'm sure my phone, dog glass. I'll need an AI to get you that phone at this point.
So everything is
Abigail,
AI now.
A few words. What's your stance on this whole thing about AI and art? And is it something about ethics, or do you think that eventually it's just going to take over or supplement, or what's your opinion on it? Before we just sign out.
Thank you. I think eventually it will take over, but it will take time. With Africa like this, I think it's going to take so much time because Africa, I really don't know. But without the system is working, like everything is working. They are always using these, Android phones, but Africa, it's really going to take time. So I think the fear shouldn't be here, but we should really scale up with whatever we are doing. We are so comfortable with the basic skills we have, and we don't want to move forward. But I think this should champion us to do more. Yeah, this
Right.
should
So you
champion.
heard it. The artist says we are going to use it. Right. It's not going to replace us.
Yeah, it's going to help us.
It's going to help us.
Yeah.
And the AI engineer says it's going to replace a lot of things. So
And
scale up.
create. It will
And create.
replace and create.
The
It's
thing is,
replace
So you
and
have
art
create.
to
has
learn.
evolved over years, and there's still one factor: the artist. Right.
So the
From
artist
the
not gonna be
caveman
replaced.
to the digital art, there's still an artist. So if it goes to AI, there will still be an artist.
Should have started with this. I would have closed it.
No, but
how
then
we
it should
close.
have been too short. We don't made money. It's good. Okay,
Yeah.
so the artist is still going to be there.
The
So,
artist is going to be the main
but
point.
the
No, but
AI
there
is
will be
also an
few.
artist.
There will be few
There will
now.
be a wide range of artists,
Eish.
It's going to create more
Yeah,
joy.
but the best will
artist.
always come out.
Yeah.
That's just
That's
it.
interesting. Okay, so Michael, any final words?
I mean, look, I'm just excited
Right.
because it's a new. I understand it's a new tool,
Yeah.
and those who cannot adapt or will not feel they can compete will fall by the wayside.
Right.
But those who truly want to persevere, and that is the case for everything, not just art. You want you want to be good at something, you put in the work to become that good at it. And those who are good at it, especially a lot of really good people to embrace it. Look at Banksy, you got Yaskin Murata. Like, there's a lot of artists. I'm just more excited knowing that if they just dip a finger inside this thing, already their art is blowing minds. Imagine how much more they started to make use of these things.
Right. Winston, 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Just gas mini skills. Right now, it's better to be a master of many skills than a master of one. It's very important.
Great. So better to be a master of many skills than a master of one. Geek Squad was brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Big shout outs to my producer Prince Safo, Abeku Sankofi, and Crispy, who's been handling the stream. If you missed this, it's available on all digital platforms for streaming. Shout out to everybody listening, Efua Ama and Co. My name is Kobby, Spiky, Nkrumah. I'm handing over